Grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. You know what we're about to do, or do you? So I've been over here checking the traps, making sure everything is moving in the right direction, and ran across Jesus Enrique Rosas. Most of you know him as the body language guy. I actually have reviewed him before and did a reaction to some of his content in the past. And this video was super hilarious. And he talked about a topic that is very dicey. And so, but I've been wanting to talk about it. So I'm going to use him as a springboard to talk about this dicey topic. And I just want to address a couple of things. I don't want to get into the weeds, if you will, of this conversation. And no, it's not about weed, but I want to talk about this topic. So I'm going to use him as a springboard to have that conversation. And the conversation is around um, basically what's now being basically propped up as online prostitution, OnlyFans. And it breaks my heart to see so many people deceived and confused into young ladies exposing their bodies and, dare I say, their entire futures for a little bit of bread, a little bit of money, a little bit of clout right now in the prime of their life, when they should be building a family, building a family and trying to build a legacy. They're out here tearing down their family and spreading their legs. And I think it's completely disgusting. Let me also say it is completely disgusting to the men that are participating and buying that product. They if they weren't there buying the product, there would be nobody selling it. So let's just they're both hands are guilty. So I wanted to talk about this, but it's such a dicey topic, and you don't know what how YouTube is feeling this week, and they could be feeling good or they could be feeling bad. So I try not to talk much about that topic because I really want to talk a lot about it. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to go to Rumble or something, or I don't know, start a locals account or something so I can really get it off my chest because I'm gonna say some stuff about it. However, let me go ahead and jump in, and we're gonna bring Mr. Enrique. I hope I'm saying it right. Jesus Rosas in here, and he he addressed this topic so funny today that I was like, "Yo, I wasn't even gonna address it, but now I was like, I gotta say something because he did it so well and really brought light to the conversation. And I want to hear what y'all think about it as well. So don't feel like you can't chime in. Thank you so much, Amethyst Angel. Love to see you. Thank you so much, sister. Good to see you, Miss Mandy. Thank you so much for stopping by as well. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make some hay out of this. Um, oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me add one more little caveat to my opening about why I think this is. We have to bring back public shame. We are in a society now that has no shame. There is no shame at all. I think one of the reasons why big screen. I think what has brought us to this place now of being in a society that is shameless is the fact that we name things in order to not feel shame about it. What are you talking about, Jason? Let me give you an example. Early on, when my wife and I got married, a very good friend of ours, they had been married like 5 years, 6 years. They got married in college. And we noticed that they had twin boys and they had a single boy as well as a girl. So by the time my wife and I got married, they were already had 4 kids and they were already looking at retirement, right? And they had them real super young. But one of the things about Lainey, I noticed is that Lainey never used child language with her children. So she never used the word poop or do you got to go TT or all these other kind of words we use for bodily functions. They never did that. They used the word, do you need to go urinate? Do you need to go have a bowel movement with their kids? And they were little people, right? Little people. And she said something to me that really made sense. She said, if you don't start early, calling them, teaching your children that things have definite words, they'll be shamed in using those definite words later on in life, or those indefinite words, please forgive me, later on in life. So and I'm not shaming anybody because I know a lot of people probably do it, but you use these kind of these basically like very childish words for topics that should, as an adult, it's okay to say. So Lainey taught me, and my children, we never did it. We always told them to use words like, I have to go urinate, I have to have a bowel movement. They didn't use kitty words. Now they're familiar with kitty words and such of that nature, but we never used them as a common parlance in the house. And they never have to feel ashamed when they talk about big topics, if you will. And some topics you go talk to your mom about, okay? But you got my point. So I think what we've done is almost the reverse in society. Instead of saying that a man and a woman are having sexual intercourse, we say they're sleeping with. Just think about the logic of that sentence. Sleeping with, I'm not sleep. What am I doing? Hookup. What are you talking about? So we've made this whole glossary of words instead of just saying that they're having sex. Or to say, instead of saying that somebody is having sex with somebody that's not their husband or their wife, we've come up with a whole glossary instead of saying that's adultery. You're an adulterer. Or maybe you're not married at all. That's fornication. Instead of using the proper terms, we've come up with all these other terms. And I've brought this up on this channel before when I talk about racism. Racism isn't a thing. It's not, because they're not different races. There is partiality. And we're going to actually talk about a little bit of partiality here tonight. So instead of calling it these kitty words, instead of taking a big topic and making it a kitty word like hookup or whatever, why don't we bring back just using the proper terms? I'm just wondering what would happen if all of society started calling things exactly what they are instead of all these silly terms. And they're all over the place. Corporate responsibility programming and all these other things that are just, what does that word mean? What does that mean? Like we in the in the scriptures say, in the abundance of words there's sin. Like, why don't we just call it exactly what it is? And we don't have to worry about falling into this trap of dumbing down something to now we're a shameless society. Just the thought, my little opening monologue. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But before we get too far, we got to hear what Mr. Enrique says. Let's go. Let's go. I think we're going to go. There we go. Now let's go.
100% sure that I don't know, the meteorite, something, I don't know, Gabriel blowing the trumpets, the end of the world, Armageddon, cannot come soon enough. I mean, what is this? Is kind of a stuff. Uh, OF model Bonnie Blue says she has broken the world record by
There's a perfect example. Perfect example. I don't mean to stop it, but perfect example. Oh, wow. My face is literally on his face. Okay. Perfect example. You're not a model. You are a prostitute. That's what it is. You're not modeling anything. Like we've taken a word and created a new category, and now people don't feel shame about it. Like, no, no, you are a prostitute. You are selling your giblets for the price of a Happy Meal. That's it. You're just selling your lady bits online. You're selling pictures of it. That's it. Stop playing. You're not a model. You're not a model. You are a prostitute. You are. That's it. Call it what it is, and I bet you things will change. If this channel, if this, let's go, Jason. Let's go.
sleeping, quote unquote, with more than 1,057 men in just 12 hours.
Okay, so let that sink in. Let that sink in. 1,057 men in 12 hours. She had intercourse with 1,057 men in 12 hours. What is that going to do to her mental psyche? That's 1,057 men that are not her husband. Not she had relationship with her husband 1,057 times, but she had relationships with, she had sex with 1,057 men that she probably couldn't identify on the street if she wanted to. I'm just gonna look real quick because they mentioned something about her on here, and I want to check real quick. Wow. They said this woman is 25 years old. She looks wow. I'm gonna bring this big screen in here. That woman is 25 years old, allegedly. Wow. That's yeah. We need to bring back shame in the society.
And I saw this. I saw this this morning, and you know that I'm a numbers guy. I'm not only the body language guy and the common sense guy. I am a numbers guy. But
Hey, Queen Fab.
I did not want to do the calculations myself because I was feeling especially lazy this morning. So I asked ChatGPT. You know, this is what
Shout out to
the
ChatGPT.
AI is good for. And I asked ChatGPT in the most politically correct way possible, of course. If you bake 1,057 pies in 12 hours, how many minutes did it take to bake every pie if only one pie could be inside the oven at a time? Just give me the answer, please. I don't want much details. And ChatGPT still gave me some calculations here. I guess it wanted to show its mathematical progress to find how many minutes it took to bake each pie. Total minutes, 12 hours per 60 minutes. That's 720 minutes divided by 1,057 pies. That is less than 1 minute per pie. Please give me the answer in seconds. And the answer is an average 41 seconds. 41 seconds. What the F? 41 seconds to bake each pie. So each one of these pies spent just between 30 seconds and 1 minute inside the oven. How is that possible? Because you have to count the time it takes you to put the pie inside the oven and taking that out. That is roughly 1 second. So let's say that is 30 seconds each pie. And this record, you would have to watch a 12-hour video
Nope.
to confirm that is real. And now it's the most uncomfortable answer, that question that I had asked in all 2025. Who's going to watch that 12-hour video? Well, I know that a lot of perverts like to watch pies being cooked really fast. I don't think that's not long enough to be cooked. That is half-baked pies.
That's not even baked.
That is half-baked pies.
That's not even warm.
This is a very good question. This is a very, very, very good question, Lisa Jane. What about prepping the pie? Because the pie has to be, ready to be put inside the oven. And you need people working on those pies before you put them inside the oven. This, oh my God, I'm getting, my God. This is gross. I don't want to know how that kitchen smelled. I'm sure it smelled like, I don't know. It's like I remember I remember this when one of the actors of Austin Powers, Gold Member, was saying how Fat Albert was that character. You know, the Scottish guy was really fat. It was a fat suit. And some of the actors said that it smelled like an egg that you left inside the arsehole of a dead horse for many days. So you can imagine that the kitchen where those pies were half baked, that smelled like that. That smelled like that.
Gosh.
And you know that I need to make fun of this. It
needs to be made fun of.
We need to bring back shaming again.
Come on.
We need to bring back hoe shaming again. This has to be. She's got some words. I haven't watched this video, The video that you're gonna about to watch, I haven't watched this. I didn't have time to watch it. I'm going to react to whatever she says about this. Like I hope this is safe for work. I guess so.
We're gonna find out, I
Smells
guess.
like burning tissue. Oh my god. We need to bring back. We need to bring back slut shaming. Heavy slut shaming. What did she say? Well, at least she says taking, not sleeping with, because sleeping is that's not actually sleeping.
Like after taking 1,000 men, less than 12.
No. I'm gonna no. So sorry. I'm not gonna not gonna go into details. We were talking about pies. Oh, wow. We could talk about bunnies, kittens, puppies. I don't know. Besides this, oh my God, this is how. Yeah, I think we need to go back to the body language, but I don't want to. Maybe we can turn off the. We can turn off everything. We can turn off the words, the sound, everything. Oh yeah, much better. That's much better. Yeah, your soul is completely gone.
You're supposed to be 25 years old.
Completely gone. You are not here. You have been completely.
And she's supposed to be 25. Okay, I gotta jump in. She's supposed to be 25. And also, another thing is they cook the pies not in aluminum foil. The pies are unprotected in the oven, if you get what I mean. So not all the pies are properly protected in the oven. That is not only gross, not only a health hazard of the highest order. Like, this is a nuclear waste dump. This is a true biohazard on the screen. There is no you can't esteem yourself and do this. You just can't. No, really. Like, the proper covering of the pie that's only going to be in the oven for 41 seconds is optional. So you don't have to properly cover the pie after somebody else's pie has been in the oven. Y'all, this is gross. Look, I look closer to 25 than she does, okay? And I'm every bit of 50, cruising at 51. I look more like 25 in my own mind. Okay, let's go.
Not even Satan wants anything to do with you. I don't know what kind of cauldron is the one that is reserved for you down there. And once they use that cauldron on you, they're going to throw that away. When you go down to hell and you spend, 5 minutes in that cauldron, or I don't know, the time that you're going to spend, Satan is going to throw the cauldron away. Burn it down. He's going to throw that into the Mordor volcano because it's the only way that it could be, I don't know, redeem that cauldron. Yeah, can we see puppies and kittens instead? We should. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. We need to bring back bullying, shaming, everything again. I'm not gonna play her words, what she says. I don't want to read captions. I don't know. No, I even that robe, even that robe has been through some things.
That robe has been traumatized.
Unspeakable things. I told you. And these are not man-made things beyond our comprehension. Final words about this disease-ridden topic. Thanks to Amit Shah parody that shared this comment from Miss Silver 355 on YouTube. People always say that Thanos was right, but he still wanted to keep half of the universe. Ultron was on the internet for 5 seconds and realized it all needed to go. Yeah, Ultron was right. Some of you are saying, no way, she is 25. She looks 45. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk about those dynamics. We could keep talking about pies and ovens, but boy, no. Let's switch to what you say in the live chat because I don't know what else to say.
All right. I just thought that was a good startup. Because we're going to look at another video that he's done recently that I think is also equally very helpful. Actually, oh my gosh, he has two of them. Oh, y'all. Oh man, I didn't see this one. Okay, all right. You know what? We're going to crowdsource the answer here. Here, let me pull this up on the screen. He has two videos that I really think would be interesting. Truth be told, there might be four on here, but I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to. We're gonna do crowdfunding here. Do we want to do the video where he does the body language of Gavin Newsom, or do we want to do the video where he does the body language of Karen Bass? In the chat, real quick, I should do a poll: Bass or Newsom, real quick, while I read these. Let me do this very fast. Newsom. What do y'all want? Who do y'all want? All right, let me real quick. And while you're at it, can y'all make sure y'all hit that like button? Is it going to be Gavin or Karen? Mega Karen. All right, this is a very quick poll. If I spell something wrong, please forgive me. All right, make your decision. Make sure you hit the like button. Join the best live chat on the internet. Wow. Wow. Okay. I did not think it was gonna go that way. Wow, y'all want to know about okay. All right, well, I'll give it a few more seconds. Yeah, okay. The people speak. I agree with the people. Shout out to everybody I had not. Shout out to Rebecca. Good to see you. I see you, Lady Dial, in the building. Christy, thank you so much. By the way, Christy, man, Christy takes full advantage of email and management. Let me let you know. I really appreciate it. She has sent me some great stuff. We've had some interesting conversations in the email. If you want to email management, you're welcome to do so. Please make sure you holler at management. Let them know what you like. If you run across an article that you think is useful, I don't think she's in the chat right now, but California girl, I have a video coming up special for you. She told us yesterday that she is from the Altadena community, and I did a video especially about Altadena that'll be dropping tomorrow morning. So shout out to her for sure. Yeah, lots of good. Okay. I think that the general consensus, Jason, is that thou shalt do or talk about Karen Bass. I think that's what the community wants. We give the community what they need here at DWC. We are all about the peoples. We're all about the folks. So let me bring that video in. Yeah, this is gonna be one. Hey, look how my head is like perfectly on his head. Get out of here, Jason. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much, everybody who voted for that. Yes, we are going to do Karen Bass, but don't tell nobody. We'll do Gavin Newsom tomorrow, but don't tell nobody I said that because it still looks. Gavin Newsom has some some interesting body language, but I think Karen. I agree with all of y'all. Karen's is very, very. Is the word troubling? Can we use the word troubling? Especially that whole silence at the jetway of the airport. I mean, of the airplane. That was very weird. Like that was super strange. So thank y'all so much, everybody who's gone ahead. And by the way, Amethyst, we will be talking about that as well afterwards. That video is coming up after this. So we'll get done with that and discuss because I did see it. Shout out to Miss Mandy who sent it to me. It man, we this town needs an enema. Let's just say it like that. So with no further ado, let's go. One in the chat when you can hear.
Briefly, I'm going to address briefly the DEI hire, or one of the DEI hires that provoked this situation in Los Angeles. Terrence K. Williams, LA Mayor Karen Bass, is now claiming people don't like her and want her to resign because she's a Black woman. Of course, she has to take the
Okay, I gotta say something to keep myself in trouble. I'm not in enough trouble, so I gotta get this off my chest. Um, I make no qualms about it. I don't like DEI. I think it's the unholy trinity of failure. Okay, I make no qualms about it. DEI will DIE your business. DEI will DIE your whatever your institution or organization is. There's a reason why meritocracy has ruled and reigned for so long. Now, there's no other way around it. Sorry, just accept it. If you don't like it, please email management. But something I noticed, there's a lot of people, big screen. There's a lot of people who don't want DEI to mean something negative. Well, then that's fine. Then go ahead and accept it. Go ahead and hold it, embrace it, because either A, we're completely wrong, or B, you're completely wrong. There's really those only two options. It's very similar. It's very similar to children being on the playground. And children will find something about you to try to mock you about. And they say, "Oh, you're tall." Oh, okay. I'm tall. All right. Well, okay, great. I'm tall. What does that mean? Well, you're just tall. Okay. All right. Now, if a child says I'm tall, do I now immediately say, "No, I'm not tall. I'm short. I'm short. I'm height deficient." Do I do that? No, I'm fine. I'm tall. If DEI is good, then y'all live with it. Don't defend it. Stand on it. Stand on it. Yes, this is a DEI hire, and be proud of it. Don't try to hide that you hired Karen Bass because she was only reason you hired her is because she's black. Don't hide that you hired the fire chief only because she's a woman and she's of the alphabet mafia. Don't hide it. Embrace it. Say it loud and proud with your whole chest, as people like to say. Say it. But see, notice they don't. They try to excuse it away, or they try to argue about my not accepting DEI. If you accept DEI, then stand on your business. As they like to say, stand 10 toes down and embrace it. Don't try to hide from it. Don't worry that I don't accept it. If you're saying that it's something good, then I'm just a child on the playground saying that you're tall. But if you know that there's something wrong with it, then why in the devil are you holding on to it? Accept it. But see, this is the problem. So I just want to get that off my chest and let us go back, bring him back in, Jason. Let's go.
Race card. She has to put out their race card because that's the only thing that they got. That's the only reason why they got hired in the first place. LA Mayor Karen Bass smiles as she talks about the loss of LA residents have suffered in the LA wildfires, will have destroyed 37,000 acres, 12,000 structures, and left at least 16 dead. This is just something, and you can see in her face why are you speaking like this? Like it's your birthday.
Angelinos, we're still going through it. And to any of you and all of you that have experienced a loss, the grief, the anger, the just utter
what the fuck are you smiling?
I didn't know he was
Why
a
are you
cuss like
putting
that.
that smile on your face? Why? How is that? How is this people real? I'm you know how this works. I make sure to add the videos to my show and not watch them until I react to them live. Like right now, I didn't expect her to actually be so blatantly psychopathic. Like, oh yeah, let's you have a grief and loss. Oh, I've seen the devastation.
I've seen the devastation.
I've seen the devastation. Look at her face. I've seen the devastation. And you're what? You're delighted? It's why? It's because there were white people lost their homes?
A lot of black people did too.
No, I understand that. I think that she's well, her pronouns are she, her, so I guess that she's a woman. I am not sure. You know, in California, you cannot be sure about anything at all. Anything. I've seen the devastation, and so what?
It is unbelievable the amount of loss that people have experienced. but we have to get through this crisis.
Yeah, we have to fire your ass. That is the first
Whoa.
thing. That is the first thing.
And I know that we will. I was at the Silmar command post today, and I saw the work of our first responders and how they've been able.
Were they by any chance diverse, your first responders? Were they wearing lipstick or mascara? Just a question.
Able to defeat the fires in certain
He is
areas. We
savage.
know we still have
Certain areas means like 5% of areas.
Mm.
What's going on? This has been contained, barely has been contained in 6 or 7% in these fires, because the wind. Yeah, I was wrong the other day. It's not 40 or 60 miles per hour. We're talking about 100 miles per hour winds. This is brutal. This is brutal.
much more to go, and we know the winds are going to kick up again. But we got to stick together. We got to stand strong. And then we have to rebuild our city. We're the nation's second largest city, one of the greatest cities in the world.
I think not anymore.
And we stay together, and we.
Yeah, exactly as Veronica says. Did they look like you? Do those first responders like look like you when you look at yourself in the mirror? Those first responders look like you, and they were diverse as the people that they were helping. Very good, pointed that out, Veronica.
Rebuild.
I want to point this out. Shout out to Brando right here. This is something that I've noticed, and I know I'm going to get in trouble here. I don't know. I feel like getting in trouble today. So let me just go ahead. Let me drop the link again. Email management. Make sure you let me know. Okay. I know there's several women in the chat, and I hope you all don't take offense to this, but I've noticed that many women in leadership, when they get in trouble, they use a lot of touchy-feely emotional words. Like, we got to hang in there together. We're tough. We're resilient. But there's nothing that you can actually do. There's nothing that you can sink your teeth into. There's nothing that you can hang your hat on. If you go back and watch the yesterday, I did the Atlanta Commission's crime stats. If you listen to the sheriff, he's given a lot of very tangible, concrete things that they've done and what they're doing. When Fonnie Willis gets up there, there's a lot of fluff. There's a lot of sizzle, no steak. And I this is very problematic in my mind. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit so you can kind of hear what she's saying, because I don't think people realize she's not saying anything. We need to be tough and resilient and stick together. What does that mean? What does that mean? What is the cash value of that statement? What is it? Not a dime. It's on the clearance rack at Dollar General. It doesn't mean anything. Resilient and strong and stick together. How? We are sticks in the wind. The fire done burned us all up. Like what in the world does that mean? Okay. All right, let's go. Let us roll.
Greatest cities in the world.
I think not anymore.
And we stay together, and we.
Yeah, exactly.
We
as
stay together. What does
Veronica
that
says.
mean?
Did they look like you? Do those first responders like look like you when you look at yourself in the mirror? Those first responders look like you, and they were diverse as the people that they were helping. Very good, pointed that out, Veronica.
Rebuild an amazing city. So thank you, Angelino.
Oh yeah, I was wrong. Thank you, Mr. Meaner. It was not 100 miles per hour. It was 99, just 99 miles per hour. Sorry, I'm spreading misinformation. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me that I was so wrong about that.
And prayers are out to all of you that are going through unbelievable loss and pain today.
Yeah, unbelievable loss and pain. Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling? No, this is so unacceptable. Or keep smiling. And I think that only the stupid would vote for Democrats, but I wouldn't hold my breath, because there are people defending her and defending Gavin Newsom and blaming Trump. blaming Trump.
We will get through this. Thank you.
Yeah, but at what cost? And also we have this, watch LA Mayor Bass addresses 17 million budget cut from fire department amid deadly
Can you
fires.
address the criticism now over the budget issue and the slashing, $17 million
You know,
slashing
I
of the
think if
budget?
you go back and look at the reductions that were made, there were no reductions that were made that would have impacted.
We had 17 million reductions, but those reductions wouldn't have impacted whatever happened. This was going to happen either way. You know, I'm not going to mention those crimes, but we have some examples with the grooming gangs these days. I saw some users or abusers on X who were saying, oh, those girls were going to be, redacted anyway. So by anybody. So yes, it's this is worthy of getting punched in the face. And I'm not going to elaborate on that because it absolutely is. This is worthy of getting punched in the face repeatedly until some kind of sanity gets into these people's brains. Sincerely, there's no other way to put this. Let's say that I'm speaking metaphorically and these punches are, words. Maybe we can reach to them with ideas. We can talk this sanity into them, this common sense into them. Maybe they can watch my show and understand how deranged they are. But I am not holding my breath still for this efforts.
Situation that we were dealing with over the last couple of days. And
More
then there was a
firefighters on the
little
front
bit,
line would have
there
not
was a
helped.
little bit of confusion.
It's just that you are confused. That is the best part of gaslighting. You are confused. You are getting things wrong. You are not understanding the situation. You're not understanding where the fires came from. This is arson. Some of them were arson. We don't know how many of them are actual arson, but maybe if you punish criminals, if you hang those arsonists in main streets for everybody to see, or punish them in the way that you deem appropriately, maybe if you knew how many criminals were in your state, in your city, and did something about it and punish them, and if they are not American citizens, kick them out of the effing country, then maybe, just maybe, these kind of things would not happen. Maybe you could prevent, maybe there would be no problem if there are no arsonists, because nobody wants to risk being hanged by the balls at the town square. Then maybe we can pass the fact that some of those reservoirs didn't have any water. Systemic, modern problems require modern solutions. But the punishing people who make criminal acts is not modern. That is quite ancient, in fact. That is quite ancient. That is the thing that is missing, not only in California, but in so many cities and states of the United States of America and the world at large.
Allocated to be distributed.
The Western world, because I don't know. For example, in the Middle East, they know how to punish people. Say what you want about Sharia law, but Sharia law absolutely works.
It later on, which was actually going to support salaries and other parts of the fire department.
No, I'm not going to be listening to you. I'm not going to be listening to you, especially because of this. The problem of DEI in firefighting isn't limited to LA and should be called out everywhere before disaster strikes. And then you remember that I had a very strong rant the other day that is becoming viral on YouTube, by the way, about why women cannot be firefighters, as in women cannot be firefighters. Make sure that you watch that video. In Connecticut, a bill was proposed to create a more diverse, i.e. more female class of firefighters by lowering physical standards for women. Lowering physical standards for women. Specifically, women would no longer be required to pass 50-pound simulated best test component of the candidate physical ability test that men are required to pass. Keep in mind that the basic gear firefighters are expected to wear when fighting fires is at least 59 pounds. The last update on the bill's status was that it had been referred to the state legislature's Committee on Public Safety for review. However, there's no information indicating whether it passed or what its current status is. So we have this statement of purpose to allow for a more diverse class of candidates for firefighter positions, and additional female candidates would qualify for such positions based on revised physical standards that offer an alternative to the 50-pound simulated best test component. Oh my God. Yeah, you have the basic gear in here. You have the basic gear in here. And I know, and my stance is that it's women should not be doing, even if a woman, even if you have a woman, I mentioned Gina Carano, even if you have Gina Carano, if Gina Carano could do this, she could pass all the physical stuff
Right.
that the man can do. There are women can absolutely can do that. Women shouldn't be there because the natural instinct of a man, especially in squads like this, like firefighters or policemen or the military, is to protect those who are, well, let's say,
Women and
let's say
children.
that we are driven to protect women. That's
Right.
something. If
That's okay.
you have an ounce of, masculine honor, it is a natural impulse. So if
Fact.
you have a squad of all men, they can be focused on the work itself. If you have one woman in there, a single lady in there, even if she can if she can do everything that the men can do, men can allocate 5% of their focus on, where is Gina? Where is Gina right now? It's natural, something that we do and we cannot, and that can affect outcome. If you affect an outcome by just 1 or 2%, just by 1 or 2% can be the difference between
Living
being
and dying.
successful and tragedy. So I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. That is like that. That is biology. That is how psychology works. Again, you are more than welcome to speak about that. Express your opinion in the comments. So let me see your live chat.
All right. Thank you so much. That was a good one. But have no fear. We'll do Gavin Newsom tomorrow. But there is a lot of you all were talking about it in the chat already about this breakdown of Karen Bass's history and such of that nature. So I will bring that in and we'll talk about it real quick as well as we're rounding these bases. But I want to say thank you again to all of you all who've helped this channel over the last year. It means a lot that you all rock with me in 2024. I'm really excited about what we're doing in 2025. And thank you all for being a part of it and helping us out to grow this channel and to keep getting social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective. I do want to say, hey, I did not watch Brother Rojas' video before, so I wasn't prepared for him to drop a couple of profanity bombs, but I think we can handle it. I think we're okay. Hopefully we'll be all right. Let us real quick. I got this queued up. And so this is Glenn Beck. And Glenn Beck, of course, is a podcaster and broadcaster in his own right. He's been doing it longer than, goodness gracious, he's been crushing it for a long time. I believe his network is called the Blaze Network. Good gentleman. He does a great job of various and sundry political commentaries and such like that. And so we're going to look at what he's talking about real quick as relates to Karen Bass and her past. Oh, I didn't mean that to rhyme. Karen Bass and her past. That worked out pretty well. Let's go.
I want to take you back to November 7th, 1983. Ronald Reagan is in office. Do you know the date, November 7th, 1983? It's a night that echoes in the halls of American history. It is the date that a radical group known as M19 bombed the north wing of the United States Capitol. They bombed it. It went off. You don't know that date, November 7th, 1983? Isn't that the day that democracy almost died? It was worse than the Civil War. Oh, no, sorry. That was January 6th, which all of us know January 6th. Why not November 7th, 1983? Now, the group that did it, M19, claimed they were fighting imperialism. What they really were fighting for was the threat to the foundations of democracy. These were radicals. Now, why am I bringing this up today? Because if you're going to understand today and the future, you have to understand the past. And one name is out right now that people are talking about that you need to understand who this individual is. This individual is currently the mayor of Los Angeles. Her name is Karen Bass. Now, this is the same mayor that was over in Ghana. And when she got back with the fires, she was asked, do you have any comment? You were over in Ghana. Is this dereliction of duty? What were you doing? Do you have any message to the people of Los Angeles? Listen to this exchange.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
She's standing in the airport.
Absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today. Elon Musk says that you're utterly...
Can we all agree? Can we all agree that young lady, I guess she's her assistant, that kept standing in between the reporter and Karen Bass? How many of y'all just want to just reach over and just grab her and shove her out of the way? Get out of the way. Like, good gracious, man. You'll see her face just keep popping up trying to interfere. And it's like, get out of the way. Susan, we got stuff to talk about. Adults are talking here. Get out of the way. All right, let's go.
Incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
Now she's standing, that part that, where it
jetway
bends to go right into the airplane, right as you're going down the ramp, and then it bends into the airplane. She's standing right at that bend. She was actually looking through the window of the glass at security because she gets special treatment. She gets to not go through the airport. She can just go down those stairs and a car will pick her up and whisk her away. So she's standing there looking at security like, open the door. When are you going to open the door?
Right.
Finally, she just looks through and shakes her head and gets instruction, just go the other way. So she leaves. Now, what does she have to say? Well, not a lot. But let's understand who she is and why she doesn't have a lot to say. Karen Bass built her career as a community activist. Oh, there's a code word. We now understand what it means. The activism is a polite term now for her history. She's an activist. Well, okay. Her history is tied to radicalism, Marxism, and a dangerous ideology that bled from the fringes into the mainstream here recently. So let's start with the facts on her. Back in the 1970s, Karen Bass was not just a casual traveler to Cuba. Were there any? When she went to Cuba many, many times, she was a devoted participant in what's called the Venceramos Brigade. What is that? I've never heard of it. Well, it's a Marxist training program directly tied to Fidel Castro's regime. Between 1969 and today, this group has sent hundreds of young Americans to Cuba, not for a vacation, not for cultural exchange, but for radicalization. You don't join the Venceramos Brigade because you want to learn, what is that? What is the emoji with the salsa dancer? Can I use that if I join the Venceramos? That's not what that's about. It's not about good Cuban coffee. Dance. You join because you're a confirmed Marxist-Leninist. A Los Angeles police investigator testified before Congress about this group. He said members were trained in guerrilla warfare, sabotage, and bomb making. These are not idealists. They're insurgents in training. Karen Bass, she wasn't just a participant. She was a leader. She visited Cuba repeatedly, they say every 6 months. We could verify 8 times. She praised Fidel Castro, the dictator of Cuba, who was imprisoning dissenters, left a legacy of poverty and fear. In fact, this is not just her youth. She's still there. When Castro died, she was one of them who called his death a great loss to the people of Cuba. Really? A loss to the same people who risked their lives freeing his regime, trying to get out of Cuba? This is Karen Bass. She's the Los Angeles mayor, one of the largest cities in the United States of America. So let's fast forward to the president. 4 million people, a city on fire, literally and figuratively, wildfires raging across the city, firefighters begging for resources like water. Mayor Bass had other priorities. Instead of supporting her own fire department, she cut their funding. Where's the money going? To NGOs, non-government institutions. That will be understood. NGOs, non-governmental institutions or organizations, that will come to know that's code for leftist activists most times. And she gave the firefighting money to homeless NGOs who are fighting for the rights of illegal immigrants. Oh, now they're packaging that as she gave money to fight homelessness. Okay. Well, homelessness is a crisis, but let's not kid ourselves. Los Angeles has poured billions of dollars into solving this problem, and it ends up in tent cities, open-air drug markets, streets lined with garbage and human waste, chaos spreading. And wait, what does she do? She defunds the people who are fighting fires. You don't take money away from the firefighters in an area of the country where it's known for firefighting. They don't even have enough firefighters. Okay. First responders, the people that run into buildings. Instead, she's in a different building in a different hemisphere. She's in Ghana, attending the swearing-in ceremonies of the president of Ghana, who I don't know anything about. Stu, I asked to look it up and maybe give us an update here in a second. So her city is burning, and Mayor Bass was thousands of miles away rubbing elbows at a presidential inauguration in Ghana. Is that leadership or is that dereliction of duty? I mean, you can go, but was she on taxpayer funds going to Ghana? Why was she there? Anyway, let's go back to the radical history for a minute, because it didn't end with the Venceramos Brigade. M19, the same group that bombed the Capitol in 1983, had direct ties to Cuba and the brigade. Remember, she's a leader in this. Now, Susan Rosenberg, she was one of the women that traveled to Cuba and returned as a domestic terrorist, shared the same ideological roots as Karen Bass. Now, I'm not saying Karen Bass planted the bomb or anything, but let's be clear. She was part of exactly the same radical network. She called Fidel Castro charismatic. She praised the dictator who was brutalizing his people. She aligned herself with a movement that believed in revolutionary violence, including the bombing of the Capitol. Now, she hasn't reformed. She hasn't come out and said, oh my gosh, have I learned my lesson? That was all really bad. I was a stupid kid. No, she's held on to those things. And in fact, she was considered a front runner for the vice president under Joe Biden. Her record was so toxic, so troubling, that even the Democratic Party said, well, I don't, can we do that? When your Marxist roots are too bad, too heavy for the Democrats, the progressives in Washington, D.C. today, that says something. So here we are, 40 years since the Capitol bombing, something that people just don't remember because, well, the media didn't make it into a big deal. And the ideology.
All right. So just give me a second to process all that's going on. So Karen Bass has a pretty interesting, revolutionary, dare I say, radical past. And Glenn is laying it out pretty well here. So let's see where all of this lands. Let's see how he lands this plane. Let's go.
That fueled that bombing is alive and well and sitting in the mayor's office in Los Angeles. Karen Bass is just using new words. She's fighting for justice, for equity. She's fighting for the people. But what has her leadership actually brought? Homeless encampments, not housing, tent cities, fires burning out of control, fire department stretched to its limits, millions are funneled to political pet projects, and all the while, the city is spiraling deeper and deeper into chaos. November 7th, 1983. I want you to remember that date because the seeds of radicalism planted then are still bearing fruit today. And Karen Bass? Well, she's not just a relic of that radical past. She, in many ways, is a torchbearer. By the way, I got tipped off by this by a short documentary I saw on Karen Bass from Errol Weber. Errol Weber is a very smart guy who did a great job on this. We tried to contact him to get him to tell this story on the air today. We didn't get a call back. He lives in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
We hope and pray that we just missed each other. And it's not because he is in jeopardy or his family is in jeopardy or his home and neighborhood is in jeopardy because of these same fires.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for that, Mandy, for pointing that out to me. I'm glad I was able to capture it and go over it. Hopefully, you all got something good from it as well. This has been a wild. This has been a absolute wild 2025. I don't think anybody saw this year starting out like it is and going in the direction that it is going. Because my goodness, in the morning, this year has been wild. I believe there's a Thornton Township meeting here. Oh man!
Y'all can exit.
All right,
Thank you. Y'all can exit. I appreciate it.
there's a
But I'm not gonna
Thornton
do the
board meeting.
disrespect. Y'all members are grown.
Let's
So
jump
please
in
go
real
out.
quick and we'll
Please
talk about it. Let's
exit.
go.
So when the police come, y'all can exit because the board has left and we have nothing to do. I'm gonna address you when they come. We're gonna clear the room and then I'll address the people that I would like to address. Because we don't have a board meeting. It is over with, guys. Y'all can go home.
Wow. Let me see where they started. I'm trying to see where the meeting started. It looks like it started about 20 minutes ago. And this is on Critical Smoker. Shout out to Critical Smoker. Let's go right here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit so we can see what happened. It doesn't look like they had enough for a quorum again. So I know we jumping all around we jumping all over the place today. We start with OF quote unquote models. We jumping over here to body language and Karen Bass being a radical. Now we done jumped up to Thornton. Y'all got to hold on, man. We trying to give y'all what y'all need over here at DWC. We trying to give you what you asked for. It does look super messy. It looks super messy already. It looks already. It looks super messy to start with. We ain't even got the game going. Let me move up just a little bit more. Okay, so let's see who's here. Who's that?
My old stomping ground, South Carolina. There she is.
Oh, this was super short. It's like only 10 minutes long, give or take.
Chris Gonzalez in the house. Oh, yes, sir. What's going on, baby boy? All right, how are you? All right.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Gonzalez is in the building?
No, not much, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris Gonzalez is here. Oh, is that? I don't remember what she looked like. I feel like I don't even know what Carmen looked like. Is that Carmen right there? I think that's Carmen. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Shout out to everybody that stopped by with us tonight. Thank you so much for hanging in and rocking with us. I appreciate y'all.
No problem, BJ.
Hey, I'm gonna reach out to you about the. Okay, I got you.
Sometimes my minds don't delete you guys.
Okay, let me see if I can move it forward a little bit more.
I am going to put my mic up on the stand next to the speaker.
All right, Chris Gonzalez is there. Okay, I see you, Chris. Man, she got like 3 cameras up there. Great day. Oh, this is going to be interesting because okay, so the people signing up for public comment. But we know it's not super long. So I wonder, did they just cut public comment or what? All right. So there's Tiffany. Pick the camera up. There you go, brother. Thank you. Back your camera up. There you go, brother. Man, Christy, thank you so much. I appreciate you being a part of the best live chat on the internet. Uh-oh. I'm getting vertigo up in this piece. Okay, I'm gonna try to. All right, so she got her water. I think there's Carmen is there.
Our regular scheduled poem, so we will be having a board meeting this evening.
Okay, here we go.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming this evening. I am proud to announce that we have a formal poem, so we will be having a board meeting this evening. So thank you for attending, everybody. All right, I would like to call to order our regular scheduled board meeting. Today is January 14th, 2025, and the time is 6:15 p.m. Please call the roll. Thank you.
Trustee Gonzalez.
Present.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Supervisor Henry.
Present. Next, will everybody stand for pledge? All right, if you would, we're gonna come and do this a little different. You're gonna lead us in prayer, please.
That's interesting.
Right, for all those who have the faith and heart towards the Lord, please ask us to pray with me. Precious Father, we thank you. Holy Spirit, we ask that you would have your way in this particular place, Lord, in every heart, every mind. Thank you right now, Father, that you're leading this government as you instructed it. So we thank you, Father. We understand it. We know that all men don't have faith. But Father, we trust you. We believe you. We love you. We give you glory. We give you honor and praise. Holy Spirit, take control of these spirits. Have them submit to your way. Lead and guide us into all truth. We thank you. We give you glory. We give you honor. Continue to give our leaders, Father, a heart of courage, passion, and compassion for your people. We thank you for it now. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, so just for the record, guys, that's so disrespectful. I don't care if you don't like someone. Please listen. You don't get me.
All right, I gotta take a second. I gotta ask y'all, man. What do y'all think about that? Well, what do y'all think? The man was praying. Now, apparently, he's a Tiffany supporter, but he was praying, and I don't know, man. That was kind of weird. I don't know if that. What do y'all think about that? I'm gonna back that up again, just to give y'all a little bit of room here. What do y'all think about that? Do you think that's appropriate? I mean, he didn't say anything necessarily I thought was wrong, but they didn't even give him a chance to say anything. What do y'all think? Let me run it again while y'all typing in.
The faith and heart towards the Lord, please ask us to pray with me. Precious Father, we thank you. Holy Spirit, we ask that you would have your way in this particular place, Lord, in every heart, every mind. Thank you right now, Father, that you're leading this government as you instructed it. So we thank you, Father. We understand it. We know that all men don't have faith. But Father, we trust you. We believe you. We love you. We give you glory. We give you honor and praise. Holy Spirit, take control of these spirits. Have them submit to your way. Lead and guide us into all truth. We thank you. We give you glory. We give you honor. Continue to give our leaders, Father, a heart of courage, passion, and compassion for your people. We thank you for it now. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right.
What do y'all think about that? I don't think that wasn't the flex that you wanted. Like, you don't have to say anything. You could just be quiet, like you would have been if it was somebody praying that you liked. You probably would have been quiet. Like, I don't know, man. That one didn't. Yeah, I like this right here. Seemed like virtue signaling, trying to too hard to convince a righteous motive. Now, I don't know if it's right that she actually opened up in prayer. They ain't been doing that. But you open up in prayer, like it or not. Do y'all have to comment on it? And like, I mean, you almost shouting the man down. That was wild. That is not the flex I think they want. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't think he said anything necessarily that was bad, but they wouldn't have known it either, though. That's the thing. Like, now we know because we don't rewound it, but did they know that? All right, let's get done.
So just for the record, guys, that's so disrespectful. I don't care if you don't like someone. Please listen. Normally at meetings, y'all do know there are ordinances that say you cannot disrupt the meeting while we are in session. If you do not want to listen to anyone here or view us, you guys can leave. You can view us via website or on someone's live, but you cannot be disrespectful when someone's praying about God. So please have respect for the Lord and least have respect for that. People can say what they want, pray how they like. It is not up to you to be a hindrance to them as they speak, as you're doing now. So I promise you one thing: when I win next week, we're going to get all this under control, because this is too disrespectful and out of order as it relates to older people. Y'all are older people acting this way at a board meeting, because understand this: the youth is watching. They do what they see. So if the older people are out of order, they're going to do the same thing and expect the youth to follow. So I just want to point that out because y'all are so disrespectful. All right, moving on to the next item.
If I could, I'd like to say a few words before we get started.
Okay, you can say the word, but let me start. Trustee,
I would like to say is,
Trustee, you don't have the floor.
we cannot, and we will not move backwards. We have not come this far to stop what we've got going on now. I would like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and we'll see everybody next week.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. We is not adjourning no meeting. At the end of the day, we got to pay the insurance. What kind of mess are y'all on?
Oh my gosh.
So y'all do know y'all just cost people their jobs, their insurance. We have nothing. Why y'all come to a board meeting and adjourn and we cannot call the roll? Y'all pay no bills. No bills. That job is nothing in condoning that type of behavior, guys. At the end of the day, okay? Y'all can get out. Y'all can get out. There's no meeting now. So let me say this. There's no quorum. They have a board meeting, as you can see. The disrespect is ridiculous, guys. And Kermit, I sued Kermit and I sued Chris because they have never come to the board meeting. So I just want you guys to know, would you please be quiet? The board meeting is over with, so please get out. Do not walk up on me. Please do not walk up on me. No, you cannot have. So at the end of the day, guys, the board meeting has been canceled because we do not have a quorum. The trustees came here because they are on number 5, the number 5th meeting, in order to basically not be a trustee any longer. I am seeking that in my lawsuit because now you have Township, you have hurt the people of Thorton Township. You guys have came here to have a meeting so that we can conduct the business. We cannot pay your bills. So when you came here and you wanted us to pay your bills, okay, I want to see y'all done. Y'all done. Y'all done. Call the police. Call the police. We don't have a board meeting. Call the police. We don't have a board meeting. Y'all can exit. Y'all can exit. Y'all can exit. Thank you. Y'all can exit. I appreciate it. Because I'm not
Okay, for real though. This is crazy. Wow. This is great. What do you think this man is thinking? He is sitting there watching. I can't zoom in. What do you think? What do you think this man right here is thinking? He is sitting there watching this thing in 4K, watching this craziness unfold. Wow. So they had a quorum enough to touch base and say, we're here. And then they adjourn the meeting. What? Wow. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. That is crazy. This is I need to get a new soap opera as the Dalton Turns or something. This is crazy, man. This is so messy on so many levels. And hey, we knew it when they started praying. There you go. There we go. We knew it when they started praying. This is great. Tiffany is fit to be tied. She is not happy. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's finish.
Y'all members are wrong, so please go out. Please exit. So when the police come, y'all can exit because the board has left and we have nothing to do. I'm gonna address you when they come. We're gonna clear the room and then I'll address the people that I would like to address because we don't have a board meeting. It is over with. Now y'all can go home.
Man, she mad. Wow. She ain't big mad. She is gigantic mad. Wow.
I just want the people that don't want to be a part of this to get out so you can be heard. Because I'm here still to listen to you. As you can see, people not taking their job serious. They keep walking out, y'all, not paying bills. They miss over 8 board meetings. Over 3 months of bills have not been paid. It's bad. But yet they get on live and they go on the news and they lie to the people. I'm just glad people are here so basically view everything that's going on at Thornton Township. I'm just tired of the clickbait. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the information that's being out that's trying to mislead the people. I'm tired of it. So that's why you always see me come down here, do my job, talk to the people. Even though it's not a meeting, I don't have to do this, but I do it because I care. I come and I show up to pay bills. I show up to make sure that the staff have what they need. What are they going to do when the staff have nothing to do now? You have to lay people off. That's what we are because they left. We don't have no insurance. So now residents, for the ones that keep hating on y'all, right? Keep yelling and not letting people be heard. How are you going to get to dialysis? How are you going to get to any doctor appointment? How are you going to get to the grocery store? How are we going to deliver food to you? These are things that people should ask themselves instead of the drama and the noise. Get rid of the noise and pay attention to the facts that's right in front of your eyes. I don't care who don't like who. At the end of the day, they're not taking care of business. They're playing politics with the people's money, the people's time, and I'm tired of it. And that's why I filed a lawsuit against the Board of Trustees, which is Chris and Carmen. You see, they showed up because they missed 4 meetings, meaning that it counts for it. So people understand how it works. 4 scheduled meetings they missed. That was accounted for. The 5th meeting would have been today. So basically they played this game to show up and then just leave. No, that's not acceptable. And when a judge sees this, they're gonna say the same thing. Because if I try to hurt me or hurt whoever on this board, you're hurting the people. The people are the ones that's not benefiting from what it is that we supposed to do, which is basically provide for you, give you the resources that you need. We got people crying to us, calling us every day about food, about paying their rent or their mortgage. People are on assistance. People come up here to GA. They get help with their light, their gas, and their water bills. Guess what we do? We're supposed to pay it. But when we have a board meeting, this is where they approve that. For over 3 months, it has not been approved. So now what does that person supposed to do? That person now either gonna A, get kicked out, B, the lights go off, the gas go off. It's cold as ever outside. And look, those that care, you still showed up. You're here. That's what matters.
She mad, boy.
We had a lot of important things on this agenda. One was the bills, is to pay the general fund, general assistance fund, and road and bridge fund. The other was to give you residents a property tax refund. Frank Zuccarelli did it in the past, and we're doing it now. It's the same concept. The difference is we're not picking and choosing who gets the refund. Everybody in Thornton Township gets a property tax refund, 100%, 100%. So why do they keep running from that? That's what you should ask yourself. Why? Why not vote for anything on this agenda that is for the people? And we're giving away $2 million because we got it. We got over $4 million surplus in that fund, but yet they do not want to give it to Thornton Township residents. Why? That's what you should be asking yourself instead of this show that they just put on. And not only that, we service over 190,000 residents throughout Thornton Township. That's 17 different cities and villages. And this is the things that they don't tell you when the news put it out and they use us for clicks and views, but they don't tell you all the facts, the stuff you need to know. Why aren't they advertising the resources here in Thornton Township? Why aren't they telling you, hey, by the way, if you're struggling and you can't pay your light and gas, please go to Thornton Township. They're open from 9 to 4. They will help pay your bills. They don't advertise that, but they advertise drama like this. And that's what I don't
you advertise it though.
Fake news, because they only putting things out for views and clicks. That is it, but not for resources, not to really help build a person. That's what I'm tired of. Then a forensic audit is on here. They voted, me and Carmen and Chris voted at the previous meeting, which was September 24th, that they was for the forensic audit. Yet they still have not voted for the company that put in a bid to do the forensic audit here at Thornton Township. We all agree and we all want to move forward, but they will not vote for it. It's been over 3 months it's been on this agenda, and to this day, it's still not voted for. Why is that? The next thing we put on here, for all my employees, remember this. I love you, and there's nothing you can ever do about that. Victor. I've always put on for you. I always showed you love. I've always been committed to you guys, and I appreciate your commitment to service. That's number one. But what I love the most about you is throughout this storm, you still stayed with Thornton Township and helped the people throughout Thornton Township. So I appreciate that the most. So thank you, staff. I love you for that. I see y'all in the back. I appreciate it. I understand that now y'all don't know what's going to happen next, but some of y'all do because we've been talking to the attorneys. But now just time we have to do what we got to do because they keep putting us in a predicament where we can be sued for different things. Like we don't have insurance. You guys can't move buses and get the seniors. You can't do anything because we don't have insurance. So how do you do your job? So that means that employees have to get laid off, unfortunately. And it's sad, but just see who's doing it. We're here. We're here to take care of the business and vote to make sure you stay in place. We're here to do our job. Myself and trustee Darlene Gray, we're both here and present. Why would they walk out of here? No reason to walk out of this meeting, and I have no business on this agenda, especially paying the bills. Because at the end of the day, those vendors that still feeding our seniors, I love y'all. I'm thankful for y'all because y'all still made a way for the seniors when there was no way. Over 3 months of not getting paid, anybody would quit. So I appreciate you all the caterers, anybody that's still holding on, and we owe them a bag. And when I say bag, it's like $50,000 to $100,000 we owe these vendors. It's on the agenda for this evening. But yet, what happened again? We did not vote to take care of any business. When are y'all gonna, how can I say this? When are people gonna stop and pause for a minute and look at the overall picture and see who's stopping and gridlocking your government, who's not paying the vendors so that we can produce for you? Because the food pantry don't have food. How's that? We got over $4 million surplus. We have not bought food because they refuse to do their job, sit here and vote on things that's needed for you. You're the ones that's suffering, no matter what the fight is, you suffering. There was no point of coming to a meeting of one kind of business. The other issue, IT and senior services definitely need credit cards. Y'all know I have the credit card here as it relates to taking care of everyday operational stuff. We are not able to keep things rolling, and a lot of things have crashed here. A lot of staff knows about it, attorneys knows about it, because we're not able to keep paying that bill each month. So that was the purpose of IT having a card to keep things like y'all computers rolling so that y'all can do the intake for the president. Budget. Number 5, number 6, that is on here because we have not passed a budget since last year, and this is last year's budget. We're now on the next budget now. That's supposed to be due for March 1. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, again, the neglect of duty for township. They're not showing up to do their job, and you're seeing it firsthand. We had 3 months with no meetings, 3 months of not paying bills. And yeah, we called this meeting, which is scheduled on the books, which is gets to my next question of the holiday schedule. They vote on a calendar for the year. Those meetings are scheduled, to show up every second Tuesday and fourth Tuesday of the month. And then one when it's the holiday season. And yet we still have passed last year's budget, and now we got to work on this year's budget. So how are we operating? Anybody that has a business, understands business, you operate with a budget. You don't have a budget, and that's where we are. Next, tax levy. Again, remember, deadline was the 31st of December. I begged, I plead, I've asked for people to show up. We called a meeting on the 30th just so people can show up and vote and pass the tax levy. If you don't allocate for taxes, how do you run a township? The townships ran on taxes. And of course, we get grants and other things, but the property tax is like a city or a village. It's the same concept. Next on here was the most important thing which we all needed, wish for, hope for, the insurance. That's the last 3 things down here. It was for our property and also for our vehicles. We cannot pick up residents. I cannot stress this enough. Y'all don't get them calls. Y'all don't get them cries. Y'all don't get the sadness in somebody's face because they want to go to the grocery store or they want to go to the doctor. Y'all not getting that, but we are. Staff is. They cannot get from point A to point B. And it's sad because it's the fault of Trustee Carmen, Trustee Chris Gonzalez. Them 2 individuals keep gridlocking our government, and enough is enough. And back to the lawsuit that I stated, I filed a mandamus just to make them show up to meetings. And look what happened. So we will be in court, and when we go to court, I guarantee you the judge will vote in our favor to make them come and do their job. But until then, I will file another lawsuit. So all you haters, take this back. I will file another lawsuit, and I will be asking for the removal of them 2 from their seats because they are playing with you guys' emotion. They are playing with your money. They are playing with government, and you should not be mixing politics with government, and they are doing that. It's a fine line, and enough is enough, and the people should be angry about them showing up to a meeting just to adjourn a meeting and then take care of no business. And you're in the building, you're both here, and you both could have voted for bills in the insurance, especially the insurance. Why did they vote on the insurance? So now I gotta let people know tomorrow, y'all ain't got no job. Do y'all hear me? Y'all have to listen. Y'all not following. What do you do if you can't go in the building and have no insurance? How do you do your job? Why people clapping and commending that behavior? That's sad. That's sad. You don't commend things like that. You need insurance to operate your day-to-day operation. It's supposed to protect everybody. Even on here, it's insurance for them. That's how slow they are for public officials. It's insurance on here for them. But no one cares. Everybody just want to see us like fail, on fire, in mess, on the news, all the time. Clickbait, buy. People, wake up. This is a Black and brown community. But yet we study just, sure, we don't care. Care enough to make people do their job. Not clap because you need a soap opera or you need a reality show. Stop. This is real life. People's lives are really being affected.
I'm so mad.
And there's so many older people that's out of order. Their behavior is beyond belief for me. I've never seen nothing like that. I'm younger than them. They gonna be talking how I'm talking, but yet they are so disrespectful. It's beyond repair. And when they do things like that, our youth is watching. They mimic what they see. And you are no example of what I would want anybody's kids to look up to. You're not. I don't like that. And I just need people to understand. I am with you, residents. I keep fighting this fight. I need you to know what's going on. I need you to educate yourself on what is true and what is fake. That's why I always say, let me educate you. When I start with that, what's
Oh my gosh.
in an attitude for what? It's a lot of times people have educated me and others because you are always learning. You do not know everything. But when someone that knows something tries to tell you, just listen, open your ears, close your mouth, and listen. You will learn a lot, especially for me. As much stuff I can teach a class on this. So all I'm telling you guys is listen. I'm gonna allow my people to speak. I'm gonna allow, and no, the haters, you can't speak. I'm not here for you. I'm here strictly for the residents that wants to talk, because it's not no bullying. It's not. So I keep telling y'all can go out, back of the door, get out. So play that. So all I'm saying to you is anybody that wants to speak about government, wants to speak about real issue, real problems, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for nothing but that. So keep all the drama. Go ahead, Kate.
Wow.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. To the residents that's in attendance and to the news outlets, I think it's important to realize that in the state of Illinois, when you have a 5-member board, you have to have 3 affirmative votes to pass anything. There's no reason for those trustees to leave this meeting. If it was something they didn't want to vote on, they could have simply said no, and they could have went to the next item. For them to walk out knowing that the insurance is on the agenda and that everybody's jobs are at stake, and to play with the seniors' lives. We have people that depend on the township for getting to their doctors, for their chemo, for their dialysis, for just their regular checkups, for their rides to the stores to get groceries. Unfortunately, to see people cheering is just disheartening, because I don't know if people understand what's really going on, or they think it's really a game. People are about to lose their jobs. People's pensions are about to be affected. This is no joke at all. So when you talk about them leaving a meeting where if simply one of them voted no, nothing would pass, they could have ran through the agenda and voted no on everything and got down to insurance and voted yes to save the township. So my question is, what are they running from? Every time that forensic audit is on the agenda, they haven't been back to a meeting since then until tonight. Now, that forensic audit could have been stopped by Tiffany voting no when they took the vote. It would not have had 3 yeses. It was her vote that passed it. So obviously she didn't care about having the forensic audit, but what are they running from? Why wouldn't they give the taxpayers their money back? Our workers have been through a lot. They withstood the storms. Why wouldn't you want to give them bonuses? The last administration was giving people $20,000 bonuses, $17,000 bonuses, $15,000, $10,000. They were giving out a lot of bonuses. And all the news know that I'll give them the documentation. But I know every time I give them the documentation, they don't report on it. I think it's sad. And I believe the courts are going to do something about it. And this isn't about liking Tiffany or hating Tiffany or being on the fence. It's about handling business. And that's their fiduciary responsibility as trustees to come here and vote on things to keep this township going. It's a sad day. I thought today, at least the insurance would have got paid so that everybody could be at work. People, you all don't get the calls. You don't get the calls of seniors crying because they don't have food. You don't get the calls because one of the aldermen in Harvey Alderman Key has to take his 100-year-old neighbor to dialysis 3 times a week because now he can't get that ride. They're not playing with Tiffany, they're playing with the residents' lives. These are lives. This is real life.
Is this not 3 minutes?
This ain't a click and like box. This society has gotten so caught up into likes and clicks and views, and y'all won't even see the devastation that's taking place in Thorton Township right now, and it's by their hands. It's no excuse for any elected official who needs to miss 8 meetings in a row. Andrew Holmes is in Dalton, but you're a distractor. You're beneath me. That's what I realized now. You're beneath me. You're here to be a distraction. So let me give you your 2 seconds of fame. And you can go back to the Northwest side. And you can go back to the Northwest side.
Dang.
Yeah, you can say, but that's what they get paid to do. They get paid to talk junk anytime. I work. They get paid to talk junk anytime someone's come up here with a different narrative. And it's not even a different narrative. It's facts. So believe facts over fiction. And if you all didn't see this for what it was tonight, I don't care if you hate Tiffany. Y'all saw what happened today. And we don't have insurance, and people may lose their jobs tomorrow.
This is crazy. Wow.
Oh, Lord, you ain't gonna talk
I had to come. It's some civil rights.
Wait, let them go first. Go right after them. Thank you.
Thank you. This functionality serves the purpose of no one. Right. And that's what I see is a lot of dysfunction. And my heart, it really hurts my heart. This is the purpose why I'm here with my mother. I just bought a home in Lansing. It's just been a year, December 8th, 2023. Since I purchased my home, the property taxes have skyrocketed.
Yes.
Yeah, the property taxes skyrocketed. Just on my block alone, I've seen 5 for sale signs. I've seen this before. It's devastating to the community. It's devastating to the neighbors. What this does is you're going to start seeing a black neighborhood blights. What you see in Harvey, Riverdale, is coming to Lansing. It's coming to a block near you. If we continue this functionality, we won't have any communities because no one will be in their homes to afford the homes. So listen here. I would like for you to educate me and my mother. How can we have retail stores, Walmart, Chick-fil-A, big box stores coming to our community and our property taxes still skyrocket?
Good question.
So how that works is, I did a segment on property tax bill, and I broke it down to tell you who increases your property taxes. Everybody blames the township, right? We have a percentage of 5 cents per every dollar. So if you spent $23 or you spent $100 with Thornton Township, meaning that portion of your property taxes, we was refunding it back to you. So whatever you put into Thornton Township, we get it back. If people didn't put nothing into it, then you get nothing as it relates to the refund program. That's why I say 100% of your money. But the people that really raise your property tax is your village. So you have to pull their ordinance because they basically approve a tax levy ordinance, and in that ordinance, they can go up to 4.99%. That's by law, without even telling the public. If they go above that, they have to tell the public. And 4.99% might not be what you need for your city, and that's how your property taxes get raised. So you want to put a FOIA in to Lansing, and the clerk will basically respond. I don't know if that's the FOIA officer over there, but they will respond to you. They got 5 days, and then they will basically give you that ordinance, and they say who voted for it, who said yes, who said no, and who wasn't there to take the vote. And that's how you'll know how the property tax went up, how much.
Pretty much information.
Yep, you got it.
Thanks for the time.
You're welcome.
Let them know that we also need to put that in with the school boards, the park district, and each separate entity can go up on their taxes up to 4.99%.
Correct. It's on your tax bill. So if you in school district 162, you want to do a 40 under that. Your park board, your library board, everybody takes a portion of your property taxes. But the bulk of it comes normally from your city or your village. And the other portion is small, but it comes from all those other entities. Yep. All right, go ahead.
How's everybody doing today?
Great.
So residents, are y'all sick of the political games? Yes. Because I'm sick of the political games y'all playing with me. I'm sick of politicians pulling me in court because they don't like what I have to say, but you start the shit with me. I'm sick of it. You can't do that. Okay? So God is good because I'm going to win mine in court. So those school board person, Almeda Bass or Moody, she a civil rights violator. Don't want nobody to speak. Tammy Brown, civil rights violator. Don't want nobody to speak. Brittany Norwood was right with her. Tiffany, you locked us out. We still locked out in Dalton. Let us in. I'm gonna take you to court. I'm gonna make sure we get in there. Because I'm tired of going to court anyway, but while I'm in there, I'm gonna get a federal TRO because you're gonna open that damn door for us.
Whoa.
Plain and simple. Stephanie Wiedemann, not voting for you. All of this tactic to make sure that they send the trustee they want in, let it be a valid vote. Why should children miss Christmas in a program that's been going on over 10 years? Why should people miss food baskets in only. When the doors are closed and you can't get service, everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Because this is service only. You wanted your trustees to come to a meeting for the insurance. Then you did not come to a meeting. Now they walk out. Just like the trustees in Dalton, walk out. No one should be able to walk out of their elected position during a meeting, not for nothing. Stop tolerating it, stop taking sides. They did like this. Nobody asked their ass. They did like this. And got signatures for this seat. Carter was appointed. One could only be so blessed. Right? But she's gonna walk out.
Why are you not using the microphone?
She's scared. I got the order of protection right here. Who wants it? The order of protection she has against Keith Price. Doesn't say he cannot be here. I got everybody's order of protection. Everybody's order of protection. I got Tiffany from Mr. Roberts. I got Jedediah Brown. I got Staples. I got Lacey. I got mine. I got everybody's orders right here. Right here, and I paid for it. You thought it was sealed. It ain't sealed. Call the car loud. Keith Price. Who wanna look at it? Who wanna look at it? Right? Tiffany here, Paul Roberts. Who wanna look at it? Nobody wanna look at it. These are civil right violations, some of them. I don't go to restaurants and go peeking in at people do goddamn window. Okay? I just don't. Right? And Miss Alicia, I can read lips. So that's you too. Okay? I can read lips. Okay? I'll be a fool helmet head. See that? See how you have your opinion and I have mine? Not going back and forth with you though. Okay? Because y'all start stuff and then y'all say, oh, police, black women up in here. Say, hey, police, she got a gun. How many times y'all gonna do that shit?
What?
Right? And you think it's fun to say somebody got a gun and they don't. But then you'll have your same black ass out there talking about Black Lives Matter.
Whoa.
I know. But when they make bad wigs and lashes matter, motherfuckers, then your life will matter. This mine does not. You see how we all have an opinion.
All right, wrap it up, Trina. Wrap it up.
I will wrap it up. Because there won't be no more violations for me. And everyone who has violated me, like I promised you, I will see that ass in federal court. And you cannot have nothing. I'll sue your ass for your burial plot. I don't give a damn. It don't matter how old you are, you violated my rights. And you can think you can stand back, oh, I don't got anything. You better not have made pre-arrangements because that's property. I'm gonna take that shit too.
Oh,
and
man.
Have a good day.
All right, that concludes basically what we came here to do, unfortunately. So basically, no business was conducted. So you see us on the news. You understand why you were in the building to witness it yourself. So when people put out false lies, fake news, you know the truth. Hopefully, you set everybody straight. I will be sending something out to all the residents of Thornton Township because pretty much the township will be closed. There will be no services. Now we have to literally go talk about our employees' job, unfortunately, because they have nothing to do. They cannot go inside our building because we don't have insurance. They cannot come pick you up because we don't have insurance for our buses, which we was here tonight to take care of this. As it relates to meetings, I have attended every single board meeting that I'm scheduled to attend. Any special meeting, people call, but they should call people to make sure they are available to show up to a special board meeting. But as it relates to regular board meeting, I'm at every meeting. I never miss 8 meetings, guaranteed that, let alone one. So if I miss one, hey, probably was a special meeting. Any meeting that I am scheduled for, I am here and present. And guess what? I always do this for you. I normally just still talk to you after no quorum is formed, just to educate the public on what we do for the month. And if anybody have any questions for us, we do not run from the public. We sit here and we address questions, concerns, and we talk about what each person has done in their department. Township talk we normally have, but guess what? They have not been able to work because of lack of insurance. That was for 1 week. So now we will have to make this tough decision. I keep repeating because I want to sink in. Y'all not understanding. People's jobs are at stake and pretty much is no longer because of the lack of insurance. that we could have handled today and we could have saved everybody. I've tried 8 times to be exact, and now it's on the 19th time now to save the township. But if people don't want to meet you in the middle, you can't do nothing with it. It's almost like you have disagreement with someone, but you both got to meet in the middle to have an understanding, but agree to disagree and move forward. I thank y'all for coming out. Please be safe. I know it's super duper cold out there, but news, make sure you post what you saw, which is trustees neglecting their duties here at Thornton Township, walking out when we had vital things on the agenda to take care of, such as the insurance, and also to pay all the bills for our vendors. To my seniors, for your food, I know that you was getting those meals 3 times a week, and it was $1.50. $1.50 is all it costs the residents of Thornton Township, $1.50 per meal, and they got up to, is it 8? I don't want to misquote Tamika or Marcia back there. How many meals they got up to? Yeah.
She's so
they got
mad.
4 to 6 meals at $1.50, and it was what is it, Wednesday, Thursday? Is it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's a program that is now gone because they didn't pay the vendor. Remember, I just told y'all we owed them almost $100,000 each one, not just one, each one. So that's something else that you got to take into consideration. Are people clapping for the nonsense? You're hurting the people. No matter who you think you're hurting, the people not going to eat now. Also at the food pantry, give out those boxes. Guess what? We have not purchased any food. And again, we have a $4 million surplus. I can't keep stressing that. $4 million surplus, and you're not buying food to feed the people who desperately need it. As KP just stated, people call us crying for food. Y'all don't know how hard it is until it's you. It's funny right now until you're embarrassing of the people that truly need that product. I went to the grocery store and bought residents food. Grocery store. That's how bad it is. I never turn my back on somebody that's home that need product because we didn't have it. Y'all have to work this out. You cannot keep leading with hate. I always say lead with love. Because at the end of the day, what I always say, me today, you tomorrow. It can happen just like that. While we laughing at someone else's pain, it can be you. And then God can take everything from you. And now you're in the line because you need food. So stop treating people like that, or you lost your job and now you're in that same line getting help with your mortgage, your gas, your light, your rent. Stop treating people that way because what they did is unacceptable. I cannot accept that. That is beyond belief. Y'all should not want that for anybody. Because I guarantee y'all, some of the people we're helping is your moms, your dads, your uncles, your grandma, your loved ones. I guarantee it. So all I'm saying to you is you have to lead the right way, positive, and not focus on negative and not allow politics inside of government. Our job is to show up and do our job. That's it. Everything else is obsolete. Because our jobs, why we get elected, is to do the service. If we're not doing the service, why are we here? You got Chris that want to run for re-election. He needs to go. There's one individual that should not be on this board, even if it's over 10 meetings. There's no way you should re-elect anybody that treats you like this. If they treat you like this now, imagine what they're going to do later. Imagine the puppet masters that's controlling them. I've always told y'all, Napoleon, that is Jones. Them are the puppet masters controlling this playbook you see before us. I said it. But you have to wake up and see it for yourself. And do something about it. Don't talk about it, because we could have always got an opinion or something, but you ought to go out and vote. The caucus, that voter suppression, that dictatorship they did, come on, guys, it's all applauding. That's it. Our job, just so you understand, when you're supposed to pick a new trustee, like y'all talking about the 21st, you're supposed to put it before the board and vote on it. You're supposed to vote to accept his resignation. Why have we not accepted his resignation? Why? Every single time we put it on the agenda, y'all show to the board meeting to vote to say, hey, okay, we accept your resignation, Jerry Jones. We have not done it. But yeah, y'all put these state meetings up, 21st, y'all doing this, doing that. That's what y'all think. Stop. It don't work like that. That is not the law. The law states that we, this body, is supposed to accept the resignation of Jerry Jones. And all these games playing right here, we got to make the people right first. All other stuff, I can care less about. Take care of the people. That's what matters to me. People. Service. No, I'm done after this. Service, people, commitment. That's it. I don't want nothing else but that. So I thank y'all for coming out. I thank y'all for listening. I hope it went in your mind. I hope you understand what's going on. And I hope that you guys saw it for what it is and you're going to share with other people. I hope you do. So I thank you so much. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I am muted. I muted it on my sound deck and on the screen. Crazy. You almost don't want to turn away because you're like, I don't know when the train wreck gonna stop. Okay, I really would like somebody to diagnose Tiffany's behavior, maybe like the body language guy, because there's something there, man. There's something there about her behavior and the way she moves that I think look how these people. This woman got she got 2 cameras. Ma'am, who are you? Ma'am, who are you? With all them cameras. Bless her heart. Okay. That was a mess, y'all. Let me say that one more again. That was a whole bona fide stir-fried mess. Who's that lady right there? I thought she was about to show us her shirt or something. Am I still muted? No, I'm not. I'm not still muted. Oh, let me check real quick. Make sure I'm not still muted. Ma'am, who are you? All right. So, okay, I think it's fair to say I think they might be done. I'm gonna still leave it playing in the background so y'all don't have to watch it. But yo, that is a mess. Okay, I'm very conflicted. A 3-year-old little girl in a house full of big brothers. No, I can imagine what it's like. I've never had. I'd love to know. Tell me about that, Keista Bunny. But yeah, this is okay. It looks like they're done. Shout out to them. If anything else pops up, I'll because it's playing in my ear. That was crazy. I don't know. I'm conflicted, y'all. I'm gonna have to admit, I'm a little bit conflicted. I was a little bit bothered by the whole interrupting prayer. And then I don't know, man. I think that was I liked it that they got in there and they started. And I think Tiffany knew that they were gonna do that. That's why she asked her to that's why she wanted to call the roll. Because once you call the roll, the official meeting had started and they wouldn't be able to adjourn it. But because Chris said what he did and then adjourned it, or Carmen adjourned it, then I think that's what fixed it or said it right. But real quick, just so y'all can see her married boyfriend is there. There's Dots back there. There's Keith Price. They gotta be mad. Who's that? Is that guy has YouTube hat on? Who's that guy? Okay, so there's Tiffany. There's the lawyer. His mouth actually moves. I didn't know his mouth even moved. I don't know who this bald guy is that was doing the prayer. He seems to be. I know he's been around. Let me pull this in just in case anything is said. That dude had a YouTube hat on. That was very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't think she liked that this guy asked her about how the property taxes work. And he didn't come up there to talk about that foolishness. Like Keith Price. Keith Price came up there and talked about that foolishness. All right. Shout out to Critical Smoker. Okay. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that is over with. Shout out to Critical Smoker. Appreciate you, brother. Woo. Y'all, that was crazy. All right, what'd you say here? Yeah, her speech, she was mad. She was big mad. So I'm expecting some shenanigans tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. They're gonna be some kind of shenanigans tomorrow. She's gonna put padlocks on the door. She's gonna put boots on cars. She's gonna be out of pocket because she's mad. She is really mad. She's playing house, barking orders, and no matter what anyone else says, she has stuff to do, but is talking loud and sound important and not actually running a household. There you go. Facts. Oh, she'll be on Facebook. She will be there for sure. Absolutely. But, ooh, y'all, that was wild. I already got the thumbnail. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this out. I'm going to put this up for the people that missed it. But my goodness, in the morning. Woo. Did not see that coming. Oh, you think she's going to be... Wait, she on Facebook Live tonight? Oh, my gosh. Oh, let me jump over real quick. I doubt that she'll do it this quick. What is it? It's 7:08 in Chicago. Okay. All right, let me just look real quick. Okay. Man, if she went live right now, that would be crazy. Okay, I don't think she did, no. Why does she do Facebook Lives? That just seems so antiquated. Please record it. Please record it. But okay. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, all of you all who've sent me great content to review. Thank you so much, Miss Mandy, for the Glenn Beck. Thank you. I think Jason Hodges was telling us that Thornton was on. It just so happened to end right on time, so we could jump in there and get that from there. So thank you so much to everybody who's been emailing management on the great content. Great day. Thank y'all so much, man. I'm still a little bit taken aback on the drama that we just watched. And I'm only like, what are we going to see next? What will be the next shoe of drama to drop? So I'm wondering. So, but I want to say thank you again to everybody. I appreciate y'all being a part of the Best Live Chat. Can y'all just real quick jump in the chat and let's just shout out the mods. The mods have been keeping this thing going. I can't even spell. Can y'all just type mods in real quick? Because they've been keeping this ship sailing into safe waters all while I'm sitting up here talking and struggle streaming over here. The mods have been crushing it. Shout out to everybody with the wrench. Thank you so much for you helping keep this thing moving in the safe direction. Thank you very much. And I want to say thank you to all of y'all. Whether this is your first day, your day one, or this is your first day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for support. And I'm glad you like this type of content. If you find value in it and you want me to look at another topic or you want me to look at another mayor that's just as bad as Karen Bass, oh my gosh, there are so many of them. But whatever, feel free to email management. I'll do my very best within reason to try to tend to it if I can and give y'all what y'all want to talk about. So I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for making this not only the best live chat on the internet, but for making this a great, great channel, an excellent community. I appreciate y'all. Lady Dearwood Christian just came in. She's wondering where her popcorn is. So I'm going to have to, if y'all don't see me tomorrow, y'all know what happened. Your boy got killed because I think I ate the last little bit of her popcorn. So pray for me. Pray for me. Everybody, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon. Grace and peace.
Did you know that I can see you?